have a eco-smart city being built in Sifo, or is actually built out now to an extent. You have Green Village, Greenville, which is like one of those. I mean, when we came to Gambia AP, we were like adamant about building eco-friendly cities or communities.
That is true.
Because we as much as we want to live, we don't just want to live, but we want to coexist with nature. You know what? Tell me that Gambia was not poor when I came here for the first time. If I have never driven in a Benz in my life until I come to Gambia.
We need a
and
Mercedes.
Jamaica sell Mercedes Benz.
And it's very expensive.
Mercedes. I mean, having Mercedes Benz for taxi in Jamaica, you have to be somebody of a prominent status at that time for even can afford a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
Oh, I run off of this.
I was
I'm here.
It's like this one want to run away from the sense of
how
home.
better
So
of a
excited. Happy New Year! Yeah, it depends on when you're watching this podcast episode.
Is that your New Year or their New Year?
You
Which
know,
one?
it's my New Year now because it's past that time when they celebrate New Year's.
Okay.
Yeah, the fireworks and thing. So, yeah, it was very nice, guys. Welcome to Queen Jody and AP Uncensored Podcast. Yes, if you are a regular viewer, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new, thank you for subscribing and joining the family. You don't know, we are a Jamaican couple who take a crazy, crazy journey.
Yeah.
Life-changing journey.
Mad.
From Jamaica to the Gambia. And we've been living here, well, this is going into 4 years now.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of things when it comes to life here, when it comes to real estate investing, and that's what we talk about on this platform. So, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe because we're going to be dropping it like it's hot every
That's right.
episode, is it?
That's right.
Okay, so Queen Jody, you're looking very nice as usual, I have to tell you. Like,
And you yourself is looking very handsome there.
you know, I have to go full white this year. Full white. My theme for this year is white. So, you know, I'm going to try and maintain that theme because white is, you know, when you wear white, it's like a new beginning, yeah? So it's a very good way. Shout out to all my Ghanaian family that is watching, yeah?
Yeah.
and
everybody else.
My South Africans, my Tanzanians, my Gambians, my Jamaicans. Hey, listen, guys.
Everybody, all of the Caribbean people,
say-
everybody will live in Africa,
Yeah, we want to
Yeah.
say thank you very much for tuning in.
all around
and
the world.
So here what happened today, guys. We want to talk about real estate investing today. And we'll say what we think about investing in real estate in 2024 in the Gambia. And the reason why we're going to focus on the Gambia is because this is where we are. This is what we know. And we'll use some references from other countries to tell you, you know, why we believe investing in the Gambia is the best thing to do going forward. But before we do that, we have to do it like how we always do it. Rewind. Or this way. And give you some, set the premise for the story so you guys can understand. So, when we moved to the Gambia 3 years ago, right? There was not a lot of development, like in terms of what we're seeing now. Maybe there was a lot of container shops and, you know, a lot of people that were trying to develop a new type of real estate, let me say, structure in the Gambia. But now things are flourished. Like everywhere you go now,
That
you're
is true.
seeing some very nice designs, right?
That is true.
And it's mostly people from the diaspora that are building these buildings.
Yeah. What I've seen, because when we just came here, like certain places that weren't built out is actually built out now. Take for example, when we came, the Tropic Mall was not there yet.
That is true.
We
I
just
forgot.
saw a big fencing.
Yeah, it was fenced up.
Yeah.
The building was there, but
A building was there, but what the building was being used for, and maybe the design of the building wasn't there in existence like that. But we watched that process, you know, come to life.
yeah,
You know, from the
did.
big zinc fencing to
the mall.
them exposing the mall. And what I like about that development, when I look at it, they have taken into consideration parking.
Very
I mean,
important.
we have been, since we've been here and we've seen the Gambia, we've been adamant about proper parking spaces.
That is true.
Because for us in Jamaica, we are used to parking space. You know, when we go to downtown for market, there's a parking lot designated for people to park, and you have like someone like security personnel. Basically, you pay like a small fee. So you see where I get Gambia idea already.
That is true.
You know,
that is true.
For parking. We've seen like a lot of container shops were being built, and for persons to come off the road and park, there was not anything like that. And I guess that's why the initiative as well in terms of clearing the road sides and stuff like that is really good.
Yeah, I mean, that whole initiative is actually reason why, because it kind of caused congestion. I hope I said the word right.
Yeah, you are saying the word right, because, you know, the traffic flow, you have to look at that, and plus safety of pedestrians and...
But I think the reason for that, though, is because a lot of people, like, were moving back to the Gambia because they saw that the development was happening.
Yeah.
And, you know, they wanted to share in that overall process of developing the Gambia.
Yeah,
so there's a lot more traffic in the Gambia. There's a lot more people in the Gambia right now than there were when we came here 3 years ago.
That's true, because when we came here, it was in the lockdown period, and there wasn't, like, the tourism sector was kind of like on a low. But eventually... people were coming, but the number of people that were coming wasn't like what they used to.
That is true.
And it was a different set of people that were coming, not necessarily those that they were used to coming.
That is true. It's like the entire tourism industry changed when, you know, African descendants decided that they want to come to Africa to see how best it is to live here. I mean, if you check countries like, you know, Ghana and Tanzania, South Africa, there's a whole lot of African descendants that went there and they bought land and they built houses, and now they're building some nice houses in some of these places.
That's
like,
true.
I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube of, you know, like
luxury apartments
that they're building in Ghana and some places that people would say is bush, and they are investing heavily in these places
areas.
And it's helping, like, giving the countries a facelift in terms of the infrastructure of it. You know what I mean? And it's really beautiful to see, to be quite honest with you. But real estate or investing, like we're saying, real estate investing in Africa has been a sight to see over the past 3 years. I mean, if you guys are keeping track of everything that is happening, you will agree with me. But in the Gambia, though, it's going nice because, you know, around the turntable, Senegambia, Bruceby area, it's already built out.
That's true. That's true.
Like, you don't have anything there. The only thing that is missing is just roads. Unless you're going to build roads, and then the value of these properties are going to increase. Yeah. Right?
Okay, so what we're looking at, as you said, AP.
The topic?
No, we're still on topic, man. What we're looking at, like, for example, because, like, the areas, as you say, are congested with a lot of buildings, like Turntable, Senegambia, these, you could call it city areas or town areas that have a lot more development. The growth, the growth is limited because, yes, you might say, fine, like, people are selling lands there in those areas for a certain amount. Eventually, there's only that amount of height it can go in terms of, like, the cap amount. It's limited versus when you go into the country areas that are not yet developed, you stand a better chance of making more revenue later on over a 10-year, 20-year period thereabout.
Okay, so guys, just to keep us refreshed, what we're talking about is what we think about real estate investing in 2024, and we're kind of like following the trends of why we believe investing in the Gambia is a good thing, especially now, right now in 2024, because going forward into February, March, I think the prices on real estate is going to increase based on what we're seeing. Based on the fact that people are purchasing a lot more lands than before, and they're using them for, like, development purposes or agricultural purposes. And so you find that the limited lands are getting limited, like the prime lands, they're getting limited. Because lands are here everywhere, but the prime lands.
Yeah, for
getting
example,
limited.
like prime lands, like on a main highway vibe, or even by the sea, like for persons who want to do tourism development.
Correct.
By the sea, there is still room, but not too much.
Not too much there.
By the river, you still have a lot more room by the river. But
do you though? Because most of the lands that are by the river are like waterlogged, like they're swampy. Some
that is
like
true.
the river is here, the land is here. You're gonna find swamp.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless it's like in one of these villages that have a stronger soil type.
Yeah, like Berending and
going back Pirang, Faraba, that side, when you're going back those ends, you can live maybe like, let me see, I think around 1,000 meters as well from the river. It's good, but some local people live like 200-300 meters from the river, and it's okay for them. They know how to live there. They've been living there for centuries, so.
Yeah.
But the whole development is going down that line right now.
Yeah.
And the opportunity for real estate investing in the Gambia is prime right now. But I'm telling you guys, it's going to change that. Expect it to change. I said it in a previous episode we did.
Yeah.
That, when a land used to be given away for cola nuts.
Yeah.
Now that cola nut thing can't work again.
No.
The last video that we did, someone also commented that it was possible for them to, go to the local alcalos or C4 and talk to them, our elders, and say, hey, I want to, like, for example, do agriculture here, and they will give you lands. Even that is becoming obsolete now.
Right.
Because you have some people that they give permission to use the land and they abuse the
use.
They build permanent structure on the land. They lay claim to the land, and then these elders, they don't trust anyone anymore. So these free access to land is going away. The elders are rather to cut these lands up
and sell
them instead of give it to you. They will sell it to you
true.
instead.
Because I remember one community that everybody come together and was selling that plot of land there. It was a really huge land. So I think it's around Faraba end.
Now it's going back that side. That land was oh my god, that one was more than 10,000 meters.
Yeah.
That land was huge there.
Yeah, it's a huge land.
Not even meter, acres.
Yeah. So you see the people, they're not just taking cola nut as a piece anymore. They're not taking, I am waiting and I want to do this. They're like, okay, where's the money at right now?
It was 2,000 kilometers actually.
2,000
that
kilometers.
One piece they were selling 2,000 kilometers, and they wanted, I think it's around $40 to $50 million for it. These people, they're not taking cola nuts there. That thing is finished now. So now people want cash upfront, and that's understandable. Land is a valuable asset, and there's no price that you can put on lands to be honest with you. But if you're watching the trajectory of development, you can use that to basically estimate how far things are going to go later on in the future of investment. Yeah, why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm just. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay now.
Am I looking nice?
Yes, you're looking nice.
Jerry Jeff, why?
Yeah, guys. So we're talking about the development in real estate and what it looks like investing in 2024.
I want to ask you though, from as a lady investor yourself, and this is not personal bias or anything, but from your perspective of investing over the past 3 years, like observing market trends, how things are changing, how would you rate the Gambia versus, let's say, a Ghana or even a Senegal when it comes to people investing? Because some people will say, the Gambia is poor, there's no infrastructure, light go away, there is no access to water, there's no roads, whatever it is that they will say. But what would you say about that?
Well, to be honest with you, to each his own. But all in all, the country is still young.
Yeah.
It still have more room for development. People would say Jamaica is a small island, yet still the development that Jamaica got through over the period of time that we, existed there.
That's
You
true.
know, it is really it really blow your mind, because what you saw in, like, say 10 years time is a lot, in terms of technology, road structure, you know. So Gambia is
That's
going into that right now. You have a eco-smart city being built in Sifo, or is actually built out now to an extent. You have Green
Greenville.
Village, Greenville, which is like one of those. I mean, when we came to Gambia AP, we were like adamant about building eco-friendly cities or communities.
That is true.
Because we as much as we want to live, we don't just want to live, but we want to coexist with nature. And so we were always promoting, if you watch back our videos, building or creating that eco-friendly space. And that's something that we are still on trajectory to do.
Yeah.
But things are like take stages.
Yeah.
You have to creep before you
Yeah, before you walk.
yeah, basically. So we have big neck companies here that can afford to do it.
Big neck.
But for us, the company that we started is still pretty young, and it's coming, it's growing, it's taking wings. You understand? And so we have to ride with the waves as time go by. But development is coming to Gambia. Investors are here in the Gambia.
That is true.
And to be honest, the ratio of investors that I'm seeing, it's like most of it is coming from the Gambian diaspora sector.
That is true. That is
And
true. That is true.
a few is coming from the descendants. Some people might not understand,
Descendants.
but the reality is that persons tend to call persons diasporan when you are born in the country and leave and come back. Yeah, you're a native of that country. For us, you'd say descent because we didn't born here, or our parents didn't born here. So we born in Jamaica, and now we are Africans. So we'll say we are descendants of Africans.
Correct.
You get that? Right. So that's basically where we differentiate that.
I like the time you take the time to explain that one there.
Yeah, you have to do it because it's not everybody. You would think a lot of people will understand, even though you're speaking proper English, you will understand. But
Speaking of that, our diasporans, our descendants, are they ready for real estate investing in Africa? Would you say that they are? Like, what
to
are
be honest with
because
you,
you're going there, so I want to ask you.
to be honest with you,
Yeah.
there's a lot more education going on. I will say, because I've watched real estate agents, let's put it that way, that they didn't know how to do certain stuff. And when we went out to like do videos touring properties with them and stuff like that, I saw where they learned from us. To be honest with you, Gambians learn fast.
No, I don't mean the local.
No, I'm coming to that.
Okay.
So with that in mind, because the locals a few of the locals that we've met are taking the time out to improve themselves in that regards, I think more and more diasporans and descendants might be able to have persons to trust. To do real estate investing
That
in
is
the
correct.
country.
That is correct.
And business outside of that. Because property management companies, the amount of property management companies and real estate companies that have started since we've been here, even
that's
after
true.
we started our company,
That is true.
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
But I like the partnership that I see going on with some companies.
Yeah, you see partnership?
Yeah, I see a few companies coming together, but
That's
it's
nice.
not.
That's very nice.
Yes, now I you can see it, but they partner with them one another. But in some cases, there's still room for improvement.
Okay, that's very good. You know why I wanted to ask you? Because I believe that the year 2023, let's go from 2020, when most descendants start to relocate to Africa from the US, Canada, wherever they're coming from. If you check what happened is like most of those people, they come to Africa, and some of them have been here a long time. We meet people who say they live here for 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And some people don't have nothing even over that time. But anyways, and the people that relocate here, they didn't have the right education when it comes to investing in real estate.
Right.
Because where they're coming from, most of them don't necessarily know what is real estate investing either. And even some people who are qualified in real estate investing, how people invest in real estate in Africa is totally different from what you would see in the States or the Caribbean.
Yeah.
For example, if you come to Gambia, the way how the real estate game is in the Gambia, it's not the same in South Africa.
No.
It's not the same in Tanzania.
No.
You know, there are different laws, different principles when it comes to real estate in certain places. So therefore, you cannot come to Gambia and say, you know, oh, in Ghana, I can get freelance, which I don't know, but it seems like it's a thing.
Or I can get huge size lands.
Yeah, I can get massive.
Yeah,
you see, it doesn't work
in Gambia,
like that.
it doesn't work like that here.
No, you can live maybe, I don't know, but someone can comment below and let us know if this is so. Maybe in Ghana, you can live by the beach, right? In Senegal, you can live by the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in
Maybe.
Gambia, it's nah.
You cannot live by the beach in Gambia. Maybe there are laws in Senegal that we don't know about. That's why we said comment.
Maybe if you rented like a villa by the beach, then you could consider it living by the beach.
You know what?
But as far as it can go.
You know what? I think we're going to be doing maybe a video on that. Because what happened is there are ways that you can live by the beach. And there are ways that you can live on your farmland. And we'll do a video on that.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
see. Yes, but I think the educational purposes, lack thereof, is why a lot of descendants and even diaspora make a lot of hasty, wrong investment in real estate in 2023 in the Gambia, and it kind of paint the Gambia as a no-go zone for these type of people when it comes to investing in real estate. Yes, there are certain practices that are here that, you know, make it a little bit challenging to do investment in real estate here. However, it is just a matter of how understanding how things work and putting. And through 2020 to 2023 is what I saw, how people make decision based on, you know, for example, one platform like a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
They will go and watch a YouTube channel from a misinformed person talking about something, and then they use that as quote-unquote gospel and spread it across the entire country and say, yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is there are people that are doing it and doing it successfully.
That's true.
And 2024 is going to be a testament to those people that it can be done. You understand? However, 2024 is like, let me put it on a scale of 1 to 10. 2024 is going to be a 9.9 for people in terms of accessibility to real estate in the Gambia. Things are going to change.
That's true. That's true.
And a lot of people who were sleeping, they're going to miss their chance. Remember I told you, once you could have given a cola nut and get a plot of land.
No, it's different.
Now you have to pay $10-20 million for a small piece of land. So what is going to happen in 2024 when those people who bought their lands last year or 2 years ago decide, hey, I'm going to start building now.
Yeah.
And they start to build their estates. And the value of those lands start to skyrocket. And at that time now, the company don't have a choice but to just sell the land at the price that it's supposed to be sold for.
Exactly. So
you cannot value the country Gambia and say, oh, Gambians are poor, which I don't know. I
don't know where they get that from, to be honest.
That's what I see.
It's a totally different thing.
I'm not saying that there are not less fortunate people here, like, you know, people who don't have certain things. Yeah. But the majority of Gambia is not poor. So
listen, you know what? Tell me that Gambia was not poor when I came here for the first time. If I've never driven in a Benz in my life until I come to Gambia.
We need a
and
Mercedes.
Jamaica sell Mercedes Benz.
And it's very expensive.
Mercedes. I mean, having Mercedes Benz for taxi in Jamaica, you have to be somebody of a prominent status at that time for even can afford a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah,
you know, people were driving like Lada and Prado. That was the new one. The Toyota Prado, the Pro Box, them. Those are the newest version of taxis. I think I don't know if they've improved that now, but Mercedes Benz.
It's the same there now. Still, they're using Pro Box. Huh? Yeah.
Mercedes Benz for taxi.
I've never seen that.
High.
But I think it's just a matter of money management. Why you might see a lot of I'm gonna use my words correctly. People living below the poverty line.
Yeah, money management.
Let me use that. But to look at those people only and say, yeah, the Gambia is poor because that is incorrect. Yes, there are people here that are struggling, it's true. But there are people here that are living it up.
Yeah.
So there's money in Gambia. So when it comes to investing here, it's just a matter of knowing what you're going to invest in. We chose real estate investing because we believe real estate investing is a lifetime thing, and it's the way to go. If you have a decent real estate portfolio, it is good for you. The Gambia is still one of the easiest countries in Africa to invest in.
That's true.
Right? And the accessibility and the amenities, I'm using amenities now, that you get with investing in real estate, I will say you will never find it in another country like you find it here in the Gambia. And these things can change, new things, new laws, new everything. So when we were telling people to go and buy that land, they said, oh, no. Too much of this, too much of that. And there's a lot of people who missed out. There's a lot of people who invest unwisely and lost their money. And there's a lot of people who are still not taking the time to educate themselves on
and there's a lot of people who put their foot forward but still have that trust issue.
Yes, but real estate, I said it in the last video, if you guys listen to it, real estate investing is one of the most riskiest but most lucrative it's like a bittersweet relationship with you. You can invest and it worked nice and you're set for life, and you can invest and it didn't work out, but it's like that. But it's still one of the safest. They ask these people, they will tell you.
And to be honest with you, AP, like if our audience should tell us now, like any rich or wealthy person that them hear of or know of who actually don't have real estate in their portfolio, just name one or two for me, because there's none that I know of that don't have real estate in their portfolio as a investment.
That is true. I mean, people are afraid of real estate for a lot of reasons, especially when it comes to investing in real estate in Africa. Because Africa is a rising economy. Before people were afraid because of wars, certain things that people were doing on the continent. But things are changing, As I said, diasporans are coming back. People are laying claims to where they're from. Descendants are here. There's a lot of investing happening inside Africa. And 2024 is not going to be any different. I am predicting that 2024 is going to be
a great year.
It's going to be a great year for real estate investing, especially in the Gambia. And I really would love if our fellow viewers who are interested in real estate investing to not sit on the opportunities that are out there.
That's true.
Because currently now, Biamo Group Limited also have its Phase 5 project that is going on.
Pirang.
And it's going to be boom, big! Yes? Because you have so many phases that are around there. These are upcoming communities that are scheduled to be on the way as soon as people have money to build. It's like that. And that's why I told people, like, if you buy a piece of land, and you don't have the money to build the entire house, you don't have to worry yourself. Start with the fence first, and then from the fence, maybe you do a 1 room or a 2 room and parlor. They call it 2 room and living room. That's what it's called. And then you add to it. Jamaicans like to do that. Yeah. And then you add to it, and then over time you will see how far you're. Instead of just leave the land empty, or at least plant on the land. Because people need food to eat. So.
That's true.
Yeah. So real estate investing in 2024, to me, it's a good look. going forward if people stop making the same stupid mistake that they made last year. When it comes to trusting people who don't know what they're doing, don't know what they're talking about, and basically put your money where your mouth is. Yeah, so investing in real estate in 2024 is for us in the Gambia the best thing to do as a descendant or a diasporan, or if you're none of the two and you just want to invest in Africa, I would say look into investing in the Gambia, because there's a lot of untapped potential, untapped opportunities that are here, that are just sitting there, that not many people are taking advantages of them in a good way. So I would say investing in the Gambia is green, like your nice blouse. It's a go.
It's a go.
So
yeah.
You think the same too?
I think so too. I mean, now that the road structure is coming up, it's looking more like Senegal to an extent.
That's true.
So that kind of uplift the look of the country, and then the fact that they're doing this cleanup. So that's an add. But aside from them doing the cleanup, what I would suggest or would hope to see is more parking lots.
That's true.
So people can park their cars properly and in a safe zone that it's not hindering traffic or pedestrian.
Correct.
And police not have to take them off of the road or take off them license plate, like what is happening right now. More of marketplaces for people to, like vendors, to operate without obstructing traffic.
I agree with that. Our parks for people to go and relax.
Yeah, because the mall alone is not the only place that people want to go. You want especially nature lovers. And to be honest with you, going to the monkey park, if the monkey park was like that kind of park that we're talking about, like in Jamaica where we have the Emancipation Park. I think if it was like that, where people can go and have picnics and stuff like that, it would be a really, really great.
I think the monkey park, the reason why it's not like that is because there's other wildlife living in there, like snakes, stuff like that,
I understand.
So there's a possibility that one might encounter one, and they don't want that. But if there's a designated place,
exactly, I think it can be done. The monkey park can be set up really nice, like an Emancipation Park, like Jamaica, because Emancipation Park, or the zoo. Where was the zoo?
No, in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Jamaica don't have wildlife like Gambia.
Understand? With the
exactly.
snake. I understand.
Not no snake there.
I understand.
But it's much more riskier to just open it like that to kids who might go and play in the bushes. Stuff like
I'm
that.
looking more like them designating that safe zone for that, and still have the wildlife accommodated for. That's what I'm thinking.
See? So what most of the stuff that people say in the Gambia that is a problem is actually an opportunity for you.
And to be honest with you, AP, I don't mind talking, because
you don't?
No, I don't mind talking, because like when we came to the Gambia initially, if you're talking about development, we were driving by the dump, and opposite the dump was like the school, SOS school, and we mentioned in one of our lives at that time, I think we were doing a live stream, that it would be really great for that area to be covered, because that's garbage.
I've actually finished the wall on it though.
Okay, so guys, over there was the municipal dump where all the garbage go. They basically build a wall around it, but hopefully it's not just building a wall around it, but finding a way to make use of the waste,
like them tire here,
like these tires on the road here, that can make furniture and stuff like that.
Yes.
Our playground for kids.
Yes.
And these are kids here that could cause. And eventually we saw a nice fencing went up, and they even had like space where they could put trees to grow, and grass was growing. So
we were talking about that, but
I don't know if it was we they were listening to.
To me, I don't know, sir.
Somehow I just have that feeling there. Somebody are listening in the quiet and just act,
I don't
but
know
don't
nothing.
say anything. We understand.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
I don't mind sharing these tidbits because we can't do everything, guys. To
No,
be
we
honest
cannot.
with you,
We cannot.
you know.
We cannot. And there's
So
a
shout
lot
out to
more.
the person who actually built or initiate the building
It's the
of that
government,
fence.
sir. It's
I
the
mean,
government.
somebody did tell the government, we need to fix this fence.
Possibly.
So I'm not going to just say it's the government's only. I think somebody go and whisper to them and say, listen, I hear these people talking about, or they just say, I have this idea and do this, and they do it. So
Well, it's like that.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not taking no credit for that.
No,
sir.
me.
People, they have their own creativity.
People have ideas,
and,
yeah.
And sometimes when someone is thinking about the same
That's
idea,
a great minds thing I like.
and you think it's yours and it's not yours.
That's
it's like
true.
that.
That's true.
So we don't really. That's not the point of this video.
No,
though,
the
that
point is that you just put
the-
it out
the-
there in the atmosphere and somebody took on the duty.
point is that there is a lot of opportunity in the
Yes.
Gambia that are untapped, but the ones that we choose to focus on is real estate.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of ways that you can monetize or, take advantage of the real estate industry that don't have anything to do with housing.
That's true.
You understand? You don't have to build house, sir. You can have lands for just agricultural purposes. You can have lands for what you're talking about, like
Yeah,
parks.
parks.
You can have lands for attraction. You can have lands for storage. You can have lands for just about anything that you want.
Yeah.
So, there is no
Events.
limitation unless the government don't approve what you're trying to do with the land, which is possible sometimes. So before you think about creating a tourist attraction, make sure you check with the government. Before you say, oh, I want to drill up a hole here and see if I find oil, go and check with the laws to see if what you're trying to do is lined up and it's possible and you won't have problems later, because there are laws here and rules that govern the country. However, the opportunities are right for 2024, and Gambia small, yes, but there's a lot of opportunities. So guys,
more room for growth.
we want you to comment below and let us know which of these ideas that you like, or if you have any ideas that you think will work in Gambia that someone needs to know. Comment below. We want to hear from you. Please do share this video with someone that you think it may help.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for tuning in to our podcast. We love you guys. And we wish you guys a very happy 2024, successful. And we know that you guys are loving what we're doing as you would subscribe. So thank you so much, man.
If you haven't yet, go and subscribe, man.
And give the
And
video a
click
thumbs up.
the notification bell.
Please, Jerry Jeff, Baraka Baraka.